Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise, get right to what you need.
Yeah, practical stuff.
Exactly. Today, it's all about money in 2025. How to understand it and, actually get ahead.
It's a big one.
It is. You're probably here because you want real info.
Yeah.
No fluff. Just usable advice. That's what we're digging into.
Absolutely. And things have changed. I mean, since 2020, the whole economic picture feels different, more unpredictable.
Totally. You feel it everywhere. Rent, groceries,
Oh, yeah. Prices creeping up, definitely.
and paychecks. Not always keeping pace. Plus, you've got AI shaking up the job market faster than ever.
It's a lot to navigate. The old strategies, say, from 2010, they just don't quite cut it anymore.
That's the core of it.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to give you that modern understanding, new tools, new strategies for, financial success in 2025.
Let's get into it.
Okay, where do we start? Mindset.
Yeah, mindset's foundational. The first big shift we need is really getting the difference between income and actual wealth.
Ah, okay. Because it's easy to think a big salary equals wealth, right? But it's not the same thing.
Not at all. Income is what comes in. Your paycheck. Wealth, though, that's what sticks around after everything's paid. That's your financial freedom, really.
So wealth is what gives you options, not just paying bills.
Precisely. And understanding that changes your focus. You start thinking about building assets, not just collecting liabilities that might, feel like an upgrade.
Like choosing an investment over maybe the fanciest new gadget or car.
Exactly that. One drains money, the other ideally builds it. It's about what stays and grows.
Okay, got it. Income versus wealth. Big difference. What's mindset number 2?
Mindset 2 is grasping let's call them the new rules of money.
New rules. Yeah.
Well, the old rule of just save, save, save isn't the full picture now. Not on its own.
Why not? Saving seems pretty fundamental.
It is fundamental, but inflation changes the game. Think about it. If your savings earn maybe 1%, but inflation is running at, say, 6%.
Ouch.
Yeah.
You're actually losing buying power.
You got it. Your money buys less over time, even though the number in your account looks okay. So, saving alone, not enough anymore.
So what's the other half of that equation then?
Growth. You have to combine saving with investing. You need your money to be working to hopefully outpace inflation and actually increase your wealth.
So it's save and invest. Both are crucial now.
Yep, that's a key new rule.
All right. Save and invest for growth. Makes sense. What's the third mindset we need?
The third one is really crucial today. Diversifying your income streams.
Meaning not putting all your eggs in one basket, job-wise.
Exactly. Relying on just one job, no matter how safe it seems, is a vulnerability now. Things change so fast. Industries shift. Companies restructure.
Yeah, you can't take that single paycheck for granted anymore. So what does diversification look like practically? Does everyone need a huge side business?
Not necessarily, especially not starting out. It can be small. Think of it like planting seeds. Maybe it's just a small side hustle bringing in an extra, say, $200 a month.
Okay, so even small amounts count.
Absolutely. That $200 can be a buffer, or maybe it's seed money for something bigger later. It's about building resilience and options. Little streams can grow.
Income versus wealth, save and invest, diversify income. Those are the core mindsets. Okay, now how do we use this day to day? Technology must play a role.
Oh, massively. Technology is, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Tell me about it. Huge time sink potential.
Right. Scrolling endlessly.
Yeah.
But used intentionally, it's an incredibly powerful financial tool.
Okay, so how do we make it work for us, not against us?
First step, awareness. Use tech to track your spending. There are great apps out there. Mint, YMBA, Hardbacon, plenty of others.
You actually see where the money's going.
Exactly. Clarity is power. You might be surprised where you can trim things or redirect funds once you see the patterns.
That makes sense. Just getting that clear picture. What else?
Education and opportunity. Tech gives you access to so much information. You can learn about investing, budgeting, side hustles from people actually doing it. Think YouTube creators sharing exactly how they manage money or build income.
So learning from others' successes, basically.
Yeah, and seeing real examples, it makes it less abstract.
Yeah.
So the call to action is really turn your phone from just a distraction into a financial command center.
I like that.
Yeah.
Financial command center. Okay, but these ideas, sometimes they feel a bit theoretical. Do you have some, real world examples of people actually winning with these strategies now in 2025?
Yeah, absolutely. It's important to see it works. Okay, picture this. A 34-year-old in Toronto. She has her main job, but she also creates digital planners, sells them on Etsy.
Planners, okay.
Yeah, digital products. So Once created, they sell passively. She's pulling in around $4,000 a month from that,
Right.
passively.
$4,000 a month, passively. That's
It really is.
Yeah.
Or think about someone driving for Uber part-time in Ottawa, just doing that on the side.
Okay.
But they also took some time, learn about dividend investing from YouTube videos, right? Started putting a bit aside. After about a year, that's generating maybe $250 a month extra.
Passively. See, that's relatable too. It's not millions overnight, but $250 a month extra, consistently. That adds up.
It makes a difference. One more. A couple in Montreal. They figured out how to use their apartment smartly.
How so?
They listed on Airbnb, but strategically. Only during, peak times, festivals, big events. By doing that, they cover about half their rent.
Smart. Leveraging an existing asset. These are great examples because they show it's not about luck, right? It's about using these modern approaches.
Exactly. It's a sharp contrast to just, waiting for that 2% raise or letting cash sit in a basic savings account doing almost nothing.
Okay, so we're building assets, diversifying, using tech. But what about protecting what we already have? That seems important too.
Absolutely crucial. You can't build effectively on shaky ground. Financial protection is the foundation.
Makes total sense. So what are the key parts of that protection?
Number one, without a doubt, the emergency fund.
The rainy day fund.
Yep. For when life happens, job loss, medical bill, car breaks down. Having that cash buffer is vital. It stops a setback from becoming a catastrophe.
How much should people aim for?
Ideally, 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, but honestly, even starting with 1 month's worth is a huge step. It buys you breathing room.
Okay, emergency fund first. What else?
Insurance. The right insurance.
What?
Health insurance is usually a given, but also think about life insurance if people depend on you, disability insurance, renters, or homeowners.
Protecting against the big what ifs.
Exactly. It's about managing risk, protecting your assets and your ability to earn.
In today's world, digital protection must be part of this too.
Oh, absolutely. Cybersecurity is non-negotiable financial protection now. We're talking basic but essential stuff.
Like,
Two-factor authentication, use it everywhere you can. Strong, unique passwords for financial accounts. And just being vigilant. Scams are getting so sophisticated, especially, with AI helping the scammers now in 2025.
right. Need to stay alert for those
Yeah.
fake emails, weird requests.
Yeah, be skeptical. Protect your digital financial life as carefully as your physical wallet.
Okay, so mindsets, tech, real examples, protection. It feels like we've covered a lot of ground. Is there a final piece to this puzzle for thriving in 2025?
There is, and it's maybe the most empowering piece. Continuous learning,
Keep educating yourself about money.
always. Look, in this fast-changing economy, success isn't just about how much money you start with. It's about how informed you are, how adaptable you are. Knowledge is really the key differentiator.
So it's an ongoing process, not a one-time thing. How can people build that learning habit? It sounds like another thing to add to the to-do list.
It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Small, consistent steps. Maybe aim to read one finance book a month,
Okay, doable.
or watch one finance video on YouTube each day, just 5-10 minutes sometimes.
Micro-learning.
Yeah. And podcasts, like this one. Listen during your commute while doing chores. Make learning fit into your existing routine.
So it's about integrating it, not adding a huge burden.
Exactly. The more you know, the better decisions you make. There's a direct link between financial knowledge and financial growth. It's that simple.
This has been incredibly insightful, really practical stuff. As we wrap up, what's the single most important message you want people to take away from this?
If there's one thing, it's this. In 2025, controlling your money, truly managing it, is way more important than just earning a high salary.
It's about management over just the amount coming in.
Yeah. The world we're in now demands that active control. It requires, that constant attention saving, investing, protecting, learning. It's an active stance.
That really shifts the focus. It feels more achievable in a way. It's about skill, not just luck or circumstance.
It is. And let me leave you and everyone listening with this final thought.
Okay.
In 2025, it's not always the person who earns the most who wins. It's the one who controls their money better than the rest.
Smart money. Real advice. Subscribe now.